Hey guys. So I was in our Discord chat just now, catching up. If you want to join, it is toplesstopics.org/chat. Pretty friendly bunch, not too crowded. Anyway, we're having a little discussion about any, if all, recent news about the Topless Topics movement. And one of the guys, D. Thomas, says, been reading a lot of Top Freedom, Free the Nipple related opinion pieces lately just to catch on what has happened and how people have been talking about it and how people have been talking over time. This one takes the cake. And so he linked to this article on a website called the Daily Signal, which I think I've heard of before as a conservative one. And at first I assumed it was going to be something, pro topless equality, or at least, just a news site. But no, it's definitely a conservative site. It's written by Kristen Wagner, Senior Vice President of the U.S. Legal Division at Alliance Defending Freedom. Because as soon as they put freedom in, it's a conservative. And the article is called "Why the Free the Nipple Win in Court is a Loss for Women." And oh boy, is it a ride? So let's see. A federal appeals court thinks there's no difference between a man's bare chest and a woman's naked chest. I don't know why bare and naked is right there. Literally, first sentence is and despite what some feminists are saying, that's bad news for women. Tell me more. Ignoring the real, but let's see. Let's give her a Christo fascist bitch voice. Ignoring the real biological differences between men and women strips women of our rights to physical privacy. What? And even as more and more women are speaking out about their experiences of sexual harassment, the ruling of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit that's likely to be appealed to the Supreme Court, in which case, our far-right majority is definitely going to go, nope, women don't deserve the same rights as men, tells them that those experiences are not legitimate. This person, and I'm using the term loosely, this person is arguing that a U.S. court ruling that women should have the same topless rights as men is telling women who've experienced sexual assault that their experiences are not legitimate. Again, I say, what? As part of the Me Too movement, women have shared wrenching personal stories of sexual harassment ranging from unwelcome comments and touches to the extreme of rape. I mean, I'm glad that she acknowledges that rape is bad, at least. She's got a couple steps ahead of a lot of older white male Republican voters, at least admitting that rape is a thing. Of course, she's using it in her insane fucking argument, but yeah. Thousands of women have related stories of the trauma they experienced because of unwelcome looks, comments, and physical contact with their breasts. Okay, you literally already said that in the previous paragraph. I don't know why you're repeating yourself. These women know innately that their breasts are intimate sexual parts of their bodies, and when their breasts aren't respected, women suffer serious emotional harm. Again, I try not to call people bitches anymore, but this bitch is saying that it's disrespectful to give women the same rights as men. It's disrespectful. It is, according to this insane person, breasts are respected when we're given less rights. In the same fucking paragraph that she's talking about women getting sexual harassed and stuff like that. Oh my God. The reason that women have and continue to have to endure so much rape and sexual harassment and everything is because, I mean, not entirely, but a huge reason is because women are told we are fucking sexual objects. We are told that it doesn't matter what our intent is. It doesn't matter if we give consent or not, because these fucking rapists and, rape apologists decide to see us as a sexual object. It's our fault when we get raped. It's the she shouldn't have worn a short skirt, you know, or she shouldn't have been walking out at night. She shouldn't have been topless if she doesn't want to get sexually harassed. Like, God forbid that the onus of behavior ever be put on the male, because it is a male. There is internalized misogyny, obviously, like this, again, bitch. But the rape and everything like that, don't fucking come at me. Men get raped too, by other men! Anyway. Headphone advisory. Yeah. She's saying that women having the same topless rights as men, it means that they're not respected. It's respectful for women to get harassed when they don't have their What are you smoking, Kristen Waggoner? Continuing. But on February 15th, But on February 15th, the federal court upheld an injunction that prohibits the city of Fort Collins, Colorado, from enforcing a law that prohibits females 10 years and older from going topless in public. Well, it's good to know where, according to Fort Collins, the cutoff is where a female body becomes overtly sexual. Of course, I bet you know, even like a 7 or 8 year old girl, if they were to go topless, would also, you know, get in trouble. Basically, like, even as a baby, you know, if they have long hair and they're topless, oh God, that's sexual. By the way, legal whatever, I've had to learn about it as I've been reading about, you know, politics or whatever. An injunction means that it changes the ruling. So it's a little confusing. The federal court upheld an injunction that prohibits the city of Fort Collins. So Fort Collins ruled that women, you know, that females, because, you know, referring to women and girls as females is totally not a red flag that you see us as objects. 10 years and older. Yeah, Fort Collins said that they had to be covered, and then the 10th Circuit of Appeals or whatever said that no, that's unconstitutional, and did it. But now it's going to go probably up to the Supreme Court, and like I said, our far right Supreme Court is going to obviously side with the women deserve less rights than men. Where did it go? Okay. After Fort Collins passed the ordinance, members of a group called Free the Nipple Fort Collins sued, arguing that the law violates the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution because it establishes different standards for men and women. In a 2-to-1 ruling, the 10th Circuit agreed. Literally making a law saying that females have to cover up 10 years and older, but males don't. That is text fucking book sexual discrimination. Not even taking into account, you know, the diversity of trans and non-binary people. Just literally, females deserve less rights than men is textbook misogyny and sexism and sexual discrimination and gender discrimination, which is not the same, but most people can't wrap their minds around that. Yeah, thank God for the 10th Circuit in this one case. Okay, back to Christians, Kristen the Christian, Kristen the Christofascist, insane twist of mental gymnastics to say that less rights for women is actually protecting women from rape. The 10th Circuit's ruling assumes that perceptions of and sexual responses to particular body parts are socially constructed. They are! And when anti-nudity, again, why are female nipples always considered nude but male nipples aren't? Hello, every single fucking social media website and video hosting website. Anti-nudity laws differentiate between men's and women's bodies. It is solely because of social stereotypes. Oh, the nationalism and the ethnocentricity, saying that it's biologically programmed. God forbid you go to a country where it's totally equal. Of course, the infamous European beaches where you will see, or according to a lot of my followers or whatever, it used to be pretty much even amount of topless women and men, but it's gotten a lot less topless women as fucking Americans in our Christofascist ways, you know, are bitching and moaning at these places, so they're covering up more. But, you know, or of course indigenous tribes or whatever, where different body parts are sexualized or whatever. again, this person is just like, this is the kind of insane fucking thing I always see in my comments on my videos and stuff, where it's like, oh, well, men are just biologically programmed to see women's nipples as sexual, therefore they should have less rights. Not to get into all of it again, and again, I know I need to do my FAQ series where I just take these fucking things and break them down one by one, but that's ethnocentric. That's, you know, that's religious discrimination, saying that, well, my religion says that women's nipples are sexual, therefore, you know, I decline, or I decide the rules. Freedom for me, not for thee. It's amazing how this Christofascist post is just like hitting every fucking nonsense argument I hear with anti-topless equality people, like literally saying that women get sexually harassed and raped because again, I don't even understand that paragraph. She says that women get sexually harassed and raped or whatever, therefore we should be more respected with, it's more respectful to have our breasts banned. Please make that make sense to me. I do not, I am trying as hard as I can to rack my brain and figure out what massive twists and turns her warped cultish mind has gone through to make that make sense. Okay, let's just race through the rest of this, and then we can just, like, scream into the void for a little bit. Okay. So under the 10th Circuit's opinion, girls just emerging into womanhood can now walk around in Fort Collins topless. Allowing a 10, 12, or 14-year-old girl to walk to school topless, they wouldn't fucking do that. They're not gonna just go topless in, like, random places. It's like talking about, like, the fucking beach or whatever. You wouldn't have a boy go to school topless either. Fucking stupid ass. Anyway, tells her a lie about her own body. Yeah, that she deserves the same rights as men. Just what a lie. It tells her that her breasts are no different than a man's. They're not. And therefore that she shouldn't feel any more delicacy about exposing her breasts than a boy would. That puts her in grave danger, both physically and emotionally. Again. Never mind. I'm not even going to repeat myself. Put bluntly, the court thinks that there is no essential difference between a man's bare chest and a woman's bare chest. Well, at least this time she said bare twice instead of bare for male and naked for women. If that's true, a woman who feels more assaulted by an unwanted look, comment, or touch on her breast than she would by a comment or touch on her hand or arm is responding to social conditioning, not to anything essentially intimate about her breast. That sentence doesn't even make sense. It also means that women who experience trauma from harassment targeting their breasts are just buying into harmful, regressive stereotypes about their own body. You're the one making the fucking stereotype, you stupid fucking idiot bitch! Any woman who has experienced being categorized by the shape and size of her chest knows this is nonsense. They're categorized because of fucking bitches like you saying that they should be categorized. Far from being a triumph for women's rights, this ruling sets up a dangerous precedent. Oh, don't worry, the precedent of giving women less rights than men is already there. It's been fucking there this whole time. Undermining legal respect. How is it respectful to women to give us less rights? How the fuck is it? How are we getting legal respect having less rights than men? What the fuck? What the fuck, Christian? What the fuck is going through your broken ass mind? For women and girls and stripping away crucial protections. In its original defense of the ban on female nudity, the city of Fort Collins brushed aside the reality that women's bodies are different than men's. Honestly, it's the same fucking shit. Like I said, oh my god. Okay, it's really fucking long. Let's just, I will reserve my comments for the end. I might give a what the fuck look now and then though. Okay, so arguing that the ban was important because topless women might lead to distracting driving. Where did driving come from? In other words, the ban was about male lust and internal misogyny. It had nothing to do with protecting women's privacy or affirming that female bodies deserve legal protection. That's exactly what it was. It was legal protection. Everyone involved in this case is operating from the assumption that we women are just oddly shaped men. No one has even considered the possibility that there is something different, fundamentally, biologically, essentially different about women's bodies that merits protection. This almost makes me think of those, like, by my blog SEO shit where they just like repeat themselves over and over using vaguely different words trying to hit every single, Google search result. But there is something different, and despite what Free the Nipple campaigners claim, denying that basic natural differences does not empower us. It endangers and impoverishes us. But even more, this narrative robs women and girls of a true sense of our womanly power and dignity. Women's breasts are not the same as men's. Women have a unique, inimitable ability to create and nurture life with our own bodies, because men are totally not involved with making babies at all. Definitely. It's immaculate conception every time. Our breasts are a vital part of that work. A work that is intimately connected with sexuality. Men's breasts, on the other hand, aren't involved in creating or sustaining life. In that sense, they are not special. Regrettably, the 10th Circuit's ruling effectively asserts that our uniquely female biological capacity to give life isn't all that special either. What the fuck? Where is that coming from? The court tells women there's nothing distinctive about our bodies. No, it doesn't. This is a lie. As the Supreme Court correctly saw in United States versus Virginia, affirming legal equality for the sexes does not require us to ignore real differences. It literally fucking does, though. Writing for the majority of that decision, which concludes that the Virginia Military Institute must accept both male and female cadets, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg noted that due to biological differences, privacy needs were nonetheless essential. Again, because, first of all, this was an old decision by an old white woman who did a lot for women's, rights or whatever. Thank you, RGB. Wish you could have survived the Trump administration. But giving women the choice to not be oogled by men is because of fucking male behavior being rewarded when you oogle women, but putting all the onus of, covering up on the women instead of the men to just not be fucking psycho perverts. Admitting women to maternity would undoubtedly require alterations necessary to afford members of each sex privacy from the other sex and living arrangements because of physiological differences between male and female individuals. The laws and social mores that treat women's bodies as different from men's bodies are not illusory, they're based in reality, and we go down a dangerous path when we ignore those differences. The court's, the danger of equality. To those who are used to, what is it? Used to privilege, there we go. To those who are accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression. Except that, again, internalized misogyny. Bans on public nudity are based in the belief that the naked body is precious. Again, fucking women's nipples are not nude if male nipples are not. Intimate things that should only be shared in situations of trust and safety. Eliminating bans on public nudity for women communicates that nakedness is not that big of a deal. It's not, actually, but that's a whole other thing. A message that has serious consequences for women's rights. Ask a woman who's experienced same nonsense argument over and over. Physical abuse from a man. Is it a big deal for her to be naked in a man's presence? If the man uses it as an excuse to rape her, no. Overwhelmingly, the answer is yes, but according to the 10th Circuit logic, it shouldn't be. That's the same logic that leads people to advocate the elimination of sex-specific privacy facilities such as bathrooms, showers, and locker rooms. There's the blatant transphobia. Their argument is that biological sexual differences are irrelevant. What matters is how individuals identify. Yep. So if a man identifies as a woman and wants to be naked in a shower or locker room, with a woman, it should be no big deal, and women who feel like it is have to simply deal with it. Hello, transphobia. So, but the good news is she's not a TERF, because she also fucking hates women also. So, thank God she's not a TERF. She is claiming that giving women less rights than men is protecting women and is more respectful for women to have less rights than men. So, I don't know. Is that considered feminism? I feel like not, but, this fucking bitch's mind is so twisted. Who knows? Women want equality of opportunity in all aspects of life, and as we've heard over and over again, they want their privacy, experiences, and bodies respected. The 10th Circuit's decision demeans those things. Far from advancing women's rights, it eliminates them. The ruling is truly offensive for the way it trivializes women, by telling us that we equal rights. That's trivializing women. Telling us that we're no different than men, just men with oddly shaped bodies. She thinks that's such a great quote that she keeps putting that in there. It ignores our powerful capacity to create and nurture life, and it forces us to define our bodies in relation to men's, rather than celebrating the profound, beautiful uniqueness of our female form. And then attached at the bottom is an ad for a book called Critical Race Theory, Knowing It When You See It and Fighting It When You Can. A note for our readers: critical race theory is spreading across our country like wildfire. We don't even know what the fuck it is, but it says race, therefore, you know, it must be bad. It's time to stop the indoctrination. What is critical race theory? How can you stop? Most importantly, how can you stop it? Researchers at the Heritage Foundation, fucking Trumpers, have put together a guide to help you answer these questions and making a guide available free today. Blah, 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 blah. So thank you, but also fuck you for sharing this link to me, because I want to fucking... I can't say what I want to say because YouTube will ban this as hate speech. So let's just say this makes me have strong feelings, if you couldn't tell. Strong feelings. And truly is just... It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how nonsensical these arguments are. Like, I wish that someone like Vosh would look at this article and just tear it apart, because, you know, someone who's used to doing that would be better at, you know, breaking it down to actual arguments than I would. But holy fucking shit. To summarize, according to Kristen the Christofascist, I can't even say it. According to her, women having the same rights as men is disrespectful to us. She also says that it's hard-coded biology, that women's bodies are different than men's, that women having equality as men makes it our fault if we get raped, but also women are getting raped even the way it is now. What? I mean, what else is there to say? That's just fucking... There's no something on my tooth lips. I am amazed. I am amazed at... Is this the Onion? No, it's not. It's not, because this is the same shit I always see, like I said, in my comments and stuff. So if any of these parts of this article ring true for you, maybe take a minute and try to like rationalize for yourself, like, how does that even make sense? All right. Well, anyway, yeah. Fuck this bitch.